Hello everyone and welcome back to Super Mario Odyssey. In the last episode we gathered a incredible amount of moons and coins around the Metro Kingdom, and this episode we are going to be gathering the final few and then moving on to our next kingdom. Here's a slightly unethical thing. This guy is driving a remote control car and saying, "How are my kids so good at this?" You'll notice, unlike every other new Donker, he is not wearing a hat. So we can absolutely capture him. The game gets around this awkwardness by describing this as capturing the RC car, which is absolutely not the case. You are clearly capturing that man, but it doesn't want to put just, regular bloke in the captured list, so it calls it, RC taxi. It drives, as you can see, quite strangely, but we can get ourselves a moon remotely captured car. But yeah, you have an accelerator versus forward and backwards on one stick and then steering on the other stick, so it's a little bit gammy to get used to at first. But we did that for a reason, because once we demonstrated we can do that, this gentleman was watching, and he says, "I feel the spirit of remote control in you." You can say that again. Step right in. So, this brings us to a little secret area. It's not a true secret area, so it doesn't have two moons. Technically it doesn't, we've already done one of them, but we possess this guy again. And this time, we've got the RC car challenge. It's a Mario Cappy, so that's quite good. So your goal here is to do 3 laps in 30 seconds or less. So as long as you can do each lap in 10 seconds, which is relatively straightforward. This is actually, I think, easier than the practice course outside, because you can just hold forward at full speed here, and then it's just about tapping the right stick to go down around the corners. They call it the C stick, but it's only the C stick on my controller because I have a GameCube controller. But with that, oh look at that, 26 seconds, that's actually pretty good. I think I did 29 when I was actually practicing this according to my notes. Because I think it's less than 30 seconds, but I actually wrote less than 29 seconds, because it might be less than that, I don't know. Anyway, with that, we've got RC Car Pro, let's head back outside. Now here, we want to head over this way, and then we've got ourselves another capture. That was a mini taxi, this is a full-on taxi, but this is a one-time capture which only serves to take us to a secret area. And this is kind of cool. This is the only time we get to see the kind of cool stormy night effects in New Donk City again, which is a bit of a shame because I liked this and thought they were very cool. But what we actually have to do here is gather mini moons, and there's a weird quirk for Sherms that means if you hit a mini moon with your Sherm cannon, that counts, which is actually really handy because it means one's like up there. We can just gather remotely, because otherwise that would literally impossible to. I think you can do some kind of jakey jumping, or you can not do some jakey jumping and just get it from a distance, which is real handy. I've learned a new way of using Sherms after last time, so I'm kind of holding the controller with what can only be described as crab hands, because I basically got my left hand on the left stick and my right hand. I'm holding it awkwardly so that my thumb entirely is moving the right stick, but my left, my leftmost finger is still on X, so I can do I can move and shoot simultaneously. That thing looks like it's going to be the secret moon. It ain't. It's just that's actually just coins. The secret moon we have actually yet to get to yet, and I want to take out the rest of these Sherms before doing so. I believe that should be it. There you go. The final one's actually over there. Let's get it from a distance. Fuck it, why not? And that gets us the main moon there. This secret one is a bit of an awkward one. Well, it's not awkward, it's just it's really easy to miss. Because what you have to do is see, that's strange, there's a platform over there. How would I get over there? And in your wonderings, oh, I have to reload there, reveal the secret invisible path. I could leave the Sherm and get over here, but the issue is you do need to get the Sherm over there in order to successfully, oh, I probably can't cross that wee gap, there we go, in order to get the secret moon, which is not even here. It's then over and up there, and you need to do a bit of a lob shot to get at it. Ugh. Don't know why I fired like 3 that, but none of them got it. They just have to be further forward. That's the issue. The shots were just actually not even technically making it. There we go. Yeah, you just got to be really far forward for actually, because it turns out the shots time out. Oh god, that went right into my brain there, the moon. But hey, that gives us Sharpshooting under siege, which is all very nice. And if we hop down and get the moon we were supposed to, might as well keep the NAM visualizer up at this point, we get moon shards under siege. Very nice. Let's, for the last time ever, I think, capture the taxi again and fuck off back to New Donk City. Now, it should, ooh, this is going to be a fun test. let's see if our seeds have actually all grown. Certainly this first one has, which is good. So that implies the second one up on the first rooftop should have sprouted by now. Let's find out. Cool, this one has sprouted. Third one, let's head over to one by on top like the slots building. And survey says, yes, this one actually all has. I like it when I don't have to doctor the flow of time. Oh, dude, fucking Christ. Helps that I can't bloody jump for shit anyway. Yeah, this is the same, obviously, recording session as that one, so time has just been passing linearly, but that's quite handy. Let's grab that one. And then we are oh no, we've got one more to get, actually. Because this one, actually, that I'm about to get is a really hard one to find. On your own Steam. If you've got this guy sitting down on a bench that goes, boy, I tell you, this city. Classic New Yorker. Sorry, New Donker. Sit down next to him. You're not from around here, are you? You're the first person to ever just sit down next to me. It's a lonely city. Thanks for reaching out. This is for your trouble. And he just gives us a power moon for Ben Friends. Very nice. Technically, we've got one more to get here. I say technically because it is in the form of hint art, which means it's technically speaking in another country. Another kingdom. Well, kingdom, country, you know, same thing. It is on. There we go. It's actually up there. So how do we get up to it? Oh, do I have to go from the roof garden? Yeah, I do. Cool. Let's head up onto that kind of building that I've just gone through. And if we just drop down from the top here, we will find our bit of hint art. Yeah, hint art's obviously require you to go to another kingdom, but it's still technically a new Donk City moon. And there is Poochie from the Yoshi series, is indicating that spot there. Let's head over to the Lake Kingdom, to that spot. Oh no, actually we can't yet, because, well, we'll do that in just a second, because we need to juice up the Odyssey first, and then it's going to show us our options to go. So let's do all that first. This is going to be deeply satisfying. We need 19 moons, and we've got, like, 40. That is so satisfying every time. How many did we have? Let's find out. 54 that's up to, so we had 53. Wow. Of the 19 we needed. Nice. I do enjoy that these don't, like, you still have to do, like, story moons, and it's like, you have to get those moons from this kingdom. You can't just be like, uh-oh, we've hit a proverbial fork in the road. Which kingdom do you think Bowser went to? So I have to choose here. Got the Snow Kingdom or the Seaside Kingdom. Anyone who's seen me play Mario Sunshine will probably not be surprised to know that the Seaside Kingdom is pretty much, it is my favourite kingdom in this, and I absolutely love it. And for that reason, I'll be holding off a little longer. Only because when there's a fork in the road, I tend to choose the kingdom which has, which is the smaller kingdom, and the Snow Kingdom is a small one compared to the Seaside Kingdom being big. So we'll go to the Snow Kingdom first, but we won't go to the Snow Kingdom first. Let's go to the Lake Kingdom and get that hint art. So we want to ground pound somewhere around here, is it? There we go. And that gets us a moon, found with Metro Kingdom art. Confusingly, we're actually going to do a shit ton of kingdom hopping now. We ain't going to go straight to the Snow Kingdom. So let's start off by going to the Sand Kingdom. And what I'm about to do, you could have done, and indeed perhaps should have done immediately after, just before leaving the Sand Kingdom. Immediately just before leaving the Sand Kingdom. But I didn't do it. We've got these guys here. The Tostarina and the Desert Wanderer goes, a taxi, you pulled up, finally. Take me to the Metro Kingdom. Sorry about the hold up, had some car trouble. You would not believe this guy was like frozen in ice. Can't leave for the Metro Kingdom yet though, I promise I'll get you there. Just gotta de-ice the everything. So with that activated, now if we head back to the beginning of the Metro Kingdom, I intended to have this ready, but I didn't because I'm a terrible, terrible Let's Player. Right here at the entrance of the kingdom is a taxi that wasn't here before. Indeed, it's this taxi. And he says, hi, you again. We met in the Sand Kingdom, remember? Or don't you? It was about 5 minutes ago, if that. Well, it takes a long time to travel between the kingdoms in actual real time. There's a lot of cutscenes. Anyway, need to bump into you. Best part of travel, the people you meet. Here's a gift, friend. And he gives us a tourist in the Metro Kingdom. Did I say Metroid? Maybe. I keep doing that. I've seen the sights. Take me to a new place. I'd like to see a waterfall. Big one. Biggest ever. No problem. I'll get you there in a jiff. Just gotta get the mayor's autograph and we're out of here. Waterfall, biggest ever, you say? Let's continue our kingdom hopping and head back to the Cascade Kingdom. Oh, apparently we got 2 more. Oh, of course, the hint art was for this kingdom, wasn't it? I got confused because it cached in a Lake Kingdom one. Where was that Lake Kingdom one from? Did we get the secret path to the Lake Kingdom already? I actually can't remember. Maybe there was one in... yeah. Who knows? Either way, let's head back to the Cascade Kingdom. And you can see immediately behind the Odyssey here is our travelling Tosserinen again. And if we talk to him, he'll say, it's me, your friend from, well, the Sand Kingdom, but also the Metro Kingdom. I'm the taxi guy. I mean, he's the taxi guy, but I'm the guy running around in the taxi. Here, a gift for you. And he gives us tourists in the Cascade Kingdom, and this is indeed a Cascade Kingdom moon. These tourist ones are always the moons for the places they're in. I'm up for a bite, some neat eats, yummy grub, major meals. No place like that. I know the perfect place. We'll be there in a flash once I get a chance to pet one of those giant metal pooches they got here. Don't pet the chain chomps. They're the spicy pooch. But they're describing a kingdom which we've actually seen. We've seen the Luncheon Kingdom from the Wooded Kingdom. Can't get there yet, though. Not for quite some time. It's significantly after the two we've even seen at the moment of the Snow Kingdom and the Seaside Kingdom. So we are going to actually head now to the Snow Kingdom. Let's check out the Snow Kingdom next. Oh, it looks so cold, and it sounds like the races in town are quite popular, and the prize is a frosted cake. So welcome to the Snow Kingdom, to Shiveria. And it's a blizzardy mess. I don't hugely like the Snow Kingdom, for one reason. Don't like not being able to see what I'm doing, don't like ice physics. This is the twofer. But the Cake Thief's Parting Gift is our initial story moon here. What we want to initially do, though, is come behind, and snowflakes are the purple coin in the Snow Kingdom, so let's grab those. And then with that, we basically, if we look at the map, there's a pretty clear path here. We can do a lot more stuff in this area following World Peace, but for now, it is just a blasted wasteland, and there is literally nothing for you out here, so follow along, and we can clear snow out the way with Cappy, and you'll clear, if you notice in the middle here, well, first off, we'll get a checkpoint above the ice wall, and you'll hear jingle bells, and clear a massive hole in the ice. So welcome to Shiveria Town, and the Shiverians, which are these little... Are they seals? I think they're seals wearing like big knitted jumpers. They're quite cute. But there's a couple of things we can do. Like right here when we start is there's this pile of boxes here. If we use them cleverly for a wall jump, there we go. We can get ourselves our first Shiverian moon entrance to Shiveria. If you look at the graph for this one, you'll see it's quite interesting. You'll notice there's all this early stuff and it all converges on 4 moons, which then unlock the rest of it there. We'll see what that means later on this way, but they're also a nice kind of orange colour. They're slightly more orange than the usual yellow moon, which I quite like. But we're going to be leaving the Snow Kingdom almost immediately, because here is some hint art. Poochie is hiding there in the Lost Kingdom, so let's get back to that exact spot. So at this point, we're actually, the photo was taken from over there by that other wiggler, which means it's this stump here, gets us, hey, found with Snow Kingdom art, which of course, because it's hint art, is a Snow Kingdom moon. Wonderful, let's head back to Shiveria Town. Now here I'll speak to some people first before letting the music play. Everyone's a bit freaked out, because they've said, mustache must keep your face nice and toasty, because that monster stole our racing prize, the frosted cake. More wedding things for Bowser. Look at the fuckers stealing the cake. Jesus, that's a hell of a cake though. If that weren't bad enough, he blocked the entrance to our race course. We need power moons to get back in. 4 of them specifically, which is what you've seen on the graph. So there's 4 kind of barriers here, and you can see there's 4 paths coming off it. Each one has a moon behind it, which will open up that thing. It's not any general power moon, it's specifically those 4. But we've got some other stuff to gather first, so I'm going to let the music play while I gather. So now we've looted these nice people of the few power moons they do have, let's actually start gathering the ones that they need in order to open up these barriers. So we'll start, we'll work our way around clockwise, so we will start with this one here. Time for some ice physics. But at least you can work around the ice physics by possessing Goombas. And actually, we do want to build up a Goomba stack. So this is really handy for two reasons. I do enjoy that they've got the Santa hats as well. There we go. Right, with these 4 Goombas. So here's the thing of this little area. Trigger those shadows and icicles will fall down. This is a 4 Goomba switch, and we have 4 Goombas. Each of these 4 areas we're about to do to open up the barriers are true secret areas, and as such, they will always have a secret moon in them. So that's that one there, and now generally, keep your Goomba stack. It's not the easiest thing to continue all this platforming here with in the Goomba form, but for me, the slight awkwardness of moving as a Goomba is massively outpaced by the fact that they don't suffer from ice physics. That makes them the Lord's own work, so let's summon that thing down. And it means you can also get these rings that have I'm sure I was going to say funding or finances, and so I said neither in them. With a couple more Goombas gathered, we can gather these purple coins, which is really nice. And what you want to do here is trigger various icicles to fall here. And you'll notice they're falling on the corner of this thing, which is a huge icicle. Trigger all 3 of them. And that thing itself falls. And the moon we're actually looking for is down there, but this that I'm about to do is incredibly easy to miss. In this kind of slot on the wall here, we want to jump up, and we will find 4 purple coins at the top. Brilliant. Let's ignore this guy and hop down here, and now get the actual moon we want to get. So this is the Icicle Barrier, the first of the 4 barrier moons. With that obtained, this pipe will take us quite handily back to the centre of Shiveria town, which has opened the first barrier, so let's move on and do the next one. This one's quite an interesting one. It's an interesting concept, at least, through here. So this one is the Hollow Crevasse. And you've got these things moving around under the snow, and as you can see, they will occasionally shoot up and try and eat you. But we can take advantage of this. We use it here, for example. As long as you jump there, before they actually nom you properly, you can just use them to... Oh, cold water. Nintendo does love its cold water. But yeah, you can use them as a handy elevator as long as you dodge out the way of the nasty teeth. So grab some of those purple ones there. Then we actually just have a couple of moon shards to get. So, yeah, obviously you'll take damage if you spend too long in the cold water in classic Nintendo fashion. But our final moon shard is over here. Mini moon, not moon shards. Now with that, you've actually seen some purplums, hopefully. There we go, right. So we need to climb up here using these guys, and there are the purplums you should have seen. Oh, that was some weird jaking around with Cappy. Oh, there we go. I've carcinized. It's happened. Oh no! Shit! Right, let's get back up there. Oh, but at this point... Oh, can I actually just wall jump up there? I can. Haha! Well, not all the way up, but enough to save myself. This guy... Oh! The moon we want is there. But as you can see, there's a little hang ledge here. So if we use that and scootle along... Then we find a treasure chest, which is going to contain, of course, a secret moon, treasure in the ice wall. This is the ice wall barrier up ahead, and indeed we can take it on if I mess it up. Well, let's actually do it. I suck. And then let's get the actual barrier moon here, which is our second. Not going to do all of them this episode, I think. I'll just do 3, because the next one is a nice one to end on anyway, as you will see. So that unlocks the second barrier. So let's head back into Shiveria town. And we've got these 2 on the left to work through. So, of course, we are going to take this one up to the top left first. This is the Snowy Mountain barrier. What we want to do straight ahead is come up to this peg, crack it open, and it creates a hurricane that allows us to go up. Also gives us some purple coins. There we go. now we want to go through this wall, and I think... Oh. Of course, we can use these updrafts well if we go into a weird spinning Mario mode. There we go. We want to take that peg, but actually the next thing we want to do is go through here into this corner. And this is really easy to miss because there's actually two things over here. The moon, very easy to miss anyway, which is behind Snowy Mountain. But perhaps even easier to miss are 3 purple coins right at the bottom here, which is 25 out of 50, which now which brings us to halfway through the Snow Kingdom's moons already, which is pretty impressive for before World Peace. But again, I always do kind of forget how quickly. I mean, I'm rattling through a lot of this game. I'd say perhaps faster than I was expecting, being as though we've got how many moons in total? Hard to see how many moons in total. I think we've got close to like 300 of the like 800, which is not bad. But here's what makes this place special. We got the frosted cake. The boss man sure is fussy about cake. Reckon we got him the best one though. I've really been working on this guy's accent since we last fought him, as you can see. Yes! Over the next few kingdoms, we're going to fight all of the Broodals again, and they're all basically the same, except this one has a twist of he now has 2 hats that he throws. But he's actually, if anything, easier, because we're in a much bigger arena, and it means that actually dodging him when he's doing that is much easier, because you can take advantage of the ice physics to slide around, and actually get quite far from him. But we just want to be ready for when he does throw his hat, too. Both of his hats, by the way, absolutely have the, like, bouncing flower in them. It's just... you can only... it's likely that you might accidentally, like, miss one of... I don't know what's supposed to make this harder. It's in a bigger arena. I mean, ice physics is never fun. You know me, I hate the stuff. But yeah, you can just do this and just dodge him. Definitely, that's quite funny. And we should be able to hit him one final time. Upcoming. There we go. Oh, it's going to fade away. Yep, nope, missed it. Let's try one more time. Hollabody. Oh, man, I'm not doing good. But this isn't any harder. It's just more tricky. Right, that sounds really stupid, but you know what I mean by that. Anyway. Oh, balls! What the fucking... oh. Again, I am finding this one harder, not due to any game mechanical reason, I'm just stupid. That's going to be probably too far to reach him, surely. Oh, no. Oh, just made it. Brilliant. Well, with that, our third barrier moon, the Snowy Mountain one, for a rematch with Rango. And I think we will hold it there. We've got 3 barriers, and I think we'll get our final barrier next episode. Timing-wise, I'm thinking. So, thank you everyone for watching. We finished up in the Metro Kingdom and come here to the Snow Kingdom, to the little town of Shiveria. And next episode, we will be unlocking our way through to their racecourse. Hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day.